Alright guys, today is the end of week 3. I sound so excited, don't I? I didn't get very much sleep last night. Anyways, you guys, today I'm going to go over my body composition analysis. This is the comparison from, this is the recent one, and this one doesn't have any fancy stuff on it. But you guys, this one is my original one. This was taken on the 16th, and the transformation challenge started on the 22nd of January, and this was taken on the 16th of January at my gym. Now, my starting weight was 256 pounds. I am sitting at, right now, 242. This is a little different. I think this one's 2 pounds off. Yeah, this one's 2 pounds off. But my starting weight was 256. So, looking at this, comparing these two throughout week 3 kind of sucked for me. I did do all of my exercises for every day of the week. I didn't do leg day on leg day. I took Monday off because I'm still trying to get over this cold. So I took Monday off, and then I incorporated those exercises in the rest of the week. So on Monday I did leg press, or not Monday, on Tuesday I did leg presses and the hack squats instead of, well, now I'm doing back squats. I'm actually capable of doing the back squats, which I like the hack squats more. but I do both now. And then I did, throughout the week I just did every different exercise on different days to just make sure I still got my legs in. My skeletal muscle mass went down, which kind of sucks, but that's okay though. It only went down. It went down less than 3 pounds, so that's not bad. My body fat mass though went down pretty significantly. It went down about 8 pounds. So in retrospect, my fat went away more than my muscle did, and my muscle went away because I probably wasn't sleeping right. I haven't been sleeping very well because I've been sick, and you need to sleep. My body mass index went down, and my percent of body fat went down. My basal metabolic rate went down. That's not good, but it is what it is. But the amount of body fat I need to lose also went down. So that is what that is. I'm going to be going over that with myself later. My arms are getting a little, like the skin is starting to shrink with it. Oh, excuse me. So I'm getting there. Just not as fast as I'd like. And you don't want to lose weight fast, you guys. You really don't. Just one moment here while I pull up this picture here for us. Alrighty, I got that pictures up for me. Now, yesterday was our log pictures. Now, this is from day 3, which is this side, and last night. Pretty significant difference. It's kind of hard to tell from certain angles. There's definitely a difference, though, you guys. With this transformation alone, I've lost a significant amount of inches, and that's all I'm okay with. I don't care. I'm fine with losing inches. Again, now everything that is the before and the current is always going to be on this side. On this side. This here is day 1. So this was the first day of the challenge, which I tried to turn my exposure on my phone down so you guys could see it a little bit better, and on my computer. But you can see that my back has went down, my legs have went down, my butt has went down, and my arms. It looks a lot better when I look at it through the computer. Again, here's another. Now these were all taken by my husband, so he's been very helpful with this. My arms have gone down just a little bit, and my legs and my core have, toned up a bit. My face is still kind of chilling in that, like, I don't want to go anywhere zone right now, which is technically where your body hits about week 3. So that's always something to look out for. This is the other side, which my sides are different on each side, which is why I take the left and right side. Most people don't, because most people are very close to being symmetrical. I'm not even near close to symmetrical. I mean, not even close to symmetrical. So, um, it's been a journey so far. Um, and that's expected with weight loss. This next one I'm going to show you, it's going to look like my before and after. My before picture it's going to look like I've gained weight, but I have not. The pants that I'm wearing in the before picture are a size bigger, which is why they look really baggy. But this is um, 4 days apart, and my legs are already toner and whatnot. So 4 days apart, and there's already a significant difference. Here's another of 4 days apart. My stomach has a difference. And that's just 4 days, you guys. That's not even, the whole week. That's not even a whole 7 days. That's 4 days apart because they changed it to upgrade the pics on Fridays, which is fine. But you can see that there is a difference still within 4 days. But seeing all of this, you guys, and this was my happiest moment right here, and I don't think it's going to show because it hates me. Here, let me see if I can. That's not what I wanted to do. Ooh, there we go. Click on that again. Let's see. Oh, it does. I had to lower my brightness. 242.5 is how much I weighed on yesterday morning. And I cried, you guys. I weighed myself and I cried. I was so happy because remember, I was stuck in that threshold again. I couldn't get under 250, and then I finally broke through that. And even though it was 24.9, I broke through it. 240.9, 249 point whatever. Even though I broke through that, I was like, great, now I have another threshold to get to under 245. And I did. I finally hit 244.7. And then I went out for my anniversary and I had steak dinner and I went back up to 248. Like overnight, because steak is very heavy and it weighs a lot. So yeah, that was fun. And a lot of calories, but well worth it. I had my steak dinner. I was like, great, I'm back up to 248. This sucks. And then after, it takes about 3 to 4 days to completely digest steak for your body for it to completely go through your body. And this is because steak is very hard meat to break down. And I did not let that beat me up. I knew that 248 was because of that steak. And I think it was the 4th day after I had that steak, I weighed myself and I was back down to 244. And I'm like, yes, I knew I wasn't crazy. I freaking knew I wasn't crazy. And I weighed myself that on Tuesday or Wednesday. And I was like, wait, what? And so when it went from Wednesday at 244.5 is where I was to 242.5 on Friday, I'm like, that's 2 days. So yeah, that may very well be water weight. I mean, there's 100 things it could be. My water weight on these though did not go down that much. I think I only lost 3 pounds of water weight, you guys. Not even. Because this one, yeah, it was 2 pounds, 2.9 pounds or something like that. It was not a full 3 pounds. I know that's 2.9. It might as well be 3. No, we aren't going to round up. We're going to round. We're going to stay where we are. But that's all I lost in water weight in the last 2 weeks. So when people say, yeah, it's all water weight, I don't drink soda. I don't drink any of that. I drink this fine thing right here, which is colored because there is flavory stuff in it. But it's still water because there's no calories and there's nothing in it to affect my diet. So you guys, week 3 struggles. Last night, I did those pictures I showed you guys. I love my husband dearly. Sometimes. He did not take the pictures in the same angle every time he took my pictures. Which is why I showed you the one where I'm holding my phone. Because I'm going to continue to have that angle. I know what angle I need to have. He just keeps, oh, one day it's way up here, the next week it's way down here, and I'm like, can you just put the phone in one spot, please? So I got really upset because, and I'll show you, when I put these two pictures together, I got really upset because I'm like, it looks like I weigh the same now as I did when I started. And I got really upset, which now my phone's too bright or too dark. I can never win. I looked about the same in my eyes. Obviously, there is a difference, you guys, and I did eventually see that, but I didn't see that until I took this one, which was my pictures. So, and I made my husband redo my pictures like 3 times last night, and I just couldn't get it to go, and it made me angry because I'm like, I know I've made progress. I put on clothes, and they fit. They actually legitimately fit. Actually, they were too big, let's be honest. This was from Thursday. Um, the pants I have on are 2X, and the shirt I have on is a 2X. Both of those are baggy. My boobs are just ginormous. Both of them are extremely baggy. My neighbor came over yesterday because that was after I was done showering, and I go home, I sleep, and I want to wake up the next morning. And my neighbor came over. I was still in those, and she looked at me. And she's like, "Those were really tight on you 2 weeks ago. 2, 3. It's been about 3.5 weeks since I've seen her." She looked at me. She's like, "Those were like skin tight on you when you got them." And I was like, "Yeah, I know." I think that's how busy I've been. So I know there's progress. It just it's week 3, end of week 3 now, and it still sucks, but it is what it is. You just got to keep your head up, guys. That's about all you really can do. I'm still trying to figure out my calories. I'm still trying to learn all of this because I have goals that I want to accomplish, and I can't really accomplish them if I can't get my own nutrition under control, you know. And it's not that I'm eating too much, you guys. It's actually the opposite. I'm not eating enough. And I do eat my 3 normal meals a day plus my healthy snacks, and I'm still not eating the right amount of calories. I'm still not meeting that calorie cap that I'm supposed to hit. I can't even get up that high. I'm lucky if I can get to within 500 calories of that. I'm lucky. And it kind of sucks because they're like, "Oh, you're not supposed to have any more than 1,000 calorie deficit." And I'm like, good to know. I'll be sure I get on that. And that's with working out. So my basal metabolic is 1556, which is 1,556 calories, is what my body burns just sitting here doing absolutely nothing, no talking, no moving, nothing. At a resting state, that is how much calories my body burns. But when I work out, I'm burning a lot more, quite a significant amount more, because my body activates and it goes, wah! So we have to eat all these calories. We got to eat. And so to be healthy, I can't eat any less than 1,000 calories, which is okay. That's only a 500 calorie deficit to my basal, which on Saturdays and Sundays is fine because I don't do that as much, strength training wise, as I do Monday through Friday. And I'm not telling you guys need to eat 1,000 calories. Please don't do that. Don't. I can tell you 1,000 times over, don't. This is my personal calorie necessity, and it depends on the person. There are some people that burn 3,000 calories a day just sitting there doing nothing, and I wish I had them. I wish I was those people because I'd be really freaking skinny. Actually, I'd probably be anorexic. Those people have to eat a lot of food, and they have very high metabolisms, and I'm jealous. But I'm okay eating 1,000 calories a day for me because I can barely hit it. Like this morning, I have to, excuse me, I have to eat so much protein. at each meal. And I'm like, okay, 25 grams of protein. That's not bad. Really isn't. And I'm starting to learn how many protein grams I need a day. So that has been a learning experience all in itself. So this morning I had cottage cheese and pineapples for breakfast because I didn't know what else I could eat to get me that 25 grams of um, protein. And I'm like, this kind of sucks. So I'm like, well, I know what will help me. And I still didn't get my 25 grams of protein, which kind of sucks, but because I only had 3/4 of a cup of it left. So I'm like, man, that's not even a whole freaking cup. Because it takes me a cup of cottage cheese to get that 25 grams, which is 26 grams. So I think it's 13 grams of protein per serving, which is a half of a cup. And to get my 25 minimum is to eat a whole cup. So I'm like, great. So I didn't even get all that today, and kind of sucks, but oh well. I'll get it later today somehow. Uh, but there is a reason behind why you should eat 25 grams of protein every time you eat, and it's because you want your body to use the protein first. It helps muscle build up, and it helps a lot of other um, issues, if you will. And so it has its good and its bad and whatnot. So it's just something you have to watch for. Uh, my my biggest goal right now with this weight loss, and give me just a moment here. Sorry about that. I learned how to pause my videos, and I'm excited. And I had to cough, so which kind of defeats the purpose of pausing it. But I don't think people want to hear you do that. But you guys, hold on. Alrighty, now where was I? Oh, talking about my goal coming up. If I am successful, and I use the word if because I have a history of giving up. I have one. So I don't like to say something and then shoot myself in the foot. So, because I have shot myself in the foot multiple times and it hurts really bad. So, my goal, if I get this weight loss down, which I think I will, I very much enjoy being healthy, and actually I look forward to my time at the gym Monday through Friday and generally miss it on Saturdays and Sundays, except not today because my arms really hurt. I did some more arm stuff this week, so my arms really hurt. So I'm going to enjoy my time off. Plus, it's 10 degrees outside right now. I'm good. So, my goal if whatever I lose this weight is to go get my NASM certification, which for those of you that don't know, that is one of the highest rated personal training certifications out there. Besides, getting the degrees and whatnot, I want to get my certification because I feel if I can make this change, I want to be able to help people make this change too. That is my biggest, hugest goal. And I've never, until I found out about Phorm, I've never felt this way. I've never cared. I've never had compassion, anything like that. I've never cared. I'll be dead honest with you. I've never cared. And since I've been a part of this community, it has been the best thing for me. It helps me control my stress a little bit more. It helps me understand that we're all here trying to live. We're all here trying to make a difference. And if I can help somebody be a healthier them, like Phorm has helped me be a healthier me, I would gladly do that in a heartbeat, you guys. Because knowing, how I picture myself is, I get it. I've actually I go see a therapist due to some things that have happened in my younger years, in my childhood and whatnot. I see a therapist, and I was talking to her about this, and she's like, you're not really, you didn't, when you first came to see me, and this, I've been seeing her for a while, since before I started the transformation. She's like, you didn't used to be a very caring person. And I'm like, I really want to help people. And she goes, then do it. And I was talking to her, and the only concern she has is me becoming a gym junkie, which is becoming a thing right now. I had my hysterectomy on December 7th, and since then I have had no urge to do anything with all that. Anything sexual. I've had no desire. And I was talking to her about it. I said, this is really weird. I used to have a very strong desire, and now all of a sudden I have absolutely nothing. And she goes, well, when did this feeling start? And I was like, well, probably around the time I realized I was nasty looking. Well, I'm just going to put that way, nasty looking. She didn't put it that way. She said I have a body image issue. And I do. I look at my fat in the mirror and I'm just like, and you have to understand, we're still trying to figure out if I have my ovaries or not, because I shouldn't have these. My hormones are still out of whack. I mean, we're getting there. I'm not getting any new acne. Thank God. My husband's going to be mad because I'm going to have to go buy another $50 freaking face wash, because it's the only thing that's working for me right now. Keeping it down. Not even my medication from my dermatologist is keeping it down. So this $50 freaking face wash that I have to buy at the base store is expensive. I gotta go buy it there, but it works. So if it works, don't knock it, It just costs $50 that I just don't have. I don't have $50 to just go buy a whatever. So, oh well, it lasts quite a while. I mean, so it's not that big of a deal to me, but I have a body image issue because I look at myself and I see this. I don't see the pictures that I show you guys. I don't see that every day. I see flab. I see stretch marks that are shrinking. I mean, they're the scars. They're called stretch scars, I guess, because they're not marked. Well, they're still marks, I guess, because marks are scars and scars are marks. But they're not stretched anymore. They're the shrinking side of it. So you see them, you feel them, whatever. But they're not saying, it's not meaning that your skin is stretching. It's meaning that you're losing the weight. I see that and it bothers me. I'll do my planks and I'll see them on my arms and I'll just go because I have a body image issue. Will that come with weight loss? Yes, it will. Around week 2.5 to 3, it'll come. And it's because you know you're losing the weight. You know you're losing the inches because you put those clothes on and they're small. They're bigger like this. Baggy. You know your clothes are getting smaller, or you're getting smaller in your clothes. Your clothes are getting baggier. You know that you can feel your body changing. You know it is. And then you look at your body and you look at your skin, and instantly something in your head goes, ew. And you think that you're not losing the weight because you see the stretch marks. Like, I'll grab my leg right now. I'm grabbing my leg and I feel mostly muscle. I know that there's fat there, but I feel the muscle. And my legs are not fully muscular yet, but I'm learning what to feel for. And that is what you need to learn when you're doing weight loss, is that by week, when you're doing a strenuous activity like I am, and like the challenge is asking, by week 2.5 to 3, your body, if you're doing it right from the beginning, like someone wasn't, because I was horrified to do my arms. I've just been all around horrified to do my arms. If you're doing it right from the beginning, by week 2.5 to 3, your body is going to reach a plateau. This plateau is when the scale stops going down as much and your muscle starts to go up. So your scale is going to do this. It's going to go up and down, up and down, up and down, because it's not the same. So you got to watch for that. For me, the scale's still going down. It's just not going down as fast as it was the last 2 weeks. My scale's still going to go down pretty significant because, and the only reason it's still going to go down like that is because my arms are still pretty weak. Pretty pained. But I'm still going to be losing because most of my arm weight is fat, guys. It's mostly fat. So I still have a good bit, maybe a week or two before my scale slows down, because I did not do my arms in week 1 or week 2. I kind of did them last week and the end of week 2, but I did not do them as religiously as I did this week. So yeah, I'm still going to have maybe a week or 2 of that scale still going down a little bit. And if I keep to where my calories are and with how strenuous I'm working, I probably will be okay. I've lost 14 pounds in theory from day 1 to now, which is 18 days. It's not bad. I'm gonna be real with you. 14 pounds in 18 days. Okay, that's not a pound a day. It's a little less than a pound a day, but that's still pretty good. Yeah, 14 pounds. So you just have to understand that when you reach week 3, when you reach the end of week 2 into week 3 and go through week 3, if you are doing everything that you're told and whatnot, and all the challenges, and if you're working strenuous enough constantly for those 5 days every week, you're going to see a difference. Every time I go like this, I get a step in. This watch sucks. My other one didn't do this, but this one, it's just weird. It's like, oh, you took 7,000 steps today. No, I didn't. I just talked with my hands a lot. But as long as you do everything from the get-go, by week 2.5 to 3, you're gonna plateau, and that's okay. That's okay. It's expected to plateau. We know we're gonna plateau. We know you're going to plateau. It is going to happen. Just because that scale stops moving does not mean that you have stopped losing or gaining anything. Does not mean anything. At that point, you bring out, like I said, that fabric, that cloth measuring tape. I can't think of the technical name right now. Pull that out and you take measurements. I got measured last weekend because I was so distraught. I lost my mind because I'm like, oh my goodness, we're at the end of week 2 and I'm at 248. Holy crapola. So my husband took me to go get sized, and I went down from a 44 to a 36 for my boobs. Put it that way. If I can jump that, when I saw that, I was like, all right, we're cool. We're cool. I'll be here again in another month. And they know I'm going to be in there buying all my bras, because that is one of my other goals my husband has allowed me to keep. If you lose your weight, you can have Victoria's Secret bras. Victoria's Secret is my favorite store. Favorite store. I have crap ton of panties from them. Crap ton, because I love Victoria's Secret. But I can't shop there because my boobies are too big. Except now I'm reaching that point where I'm like, great. My, up here is going to go down, but they don't make that sort of band for that size of cup. So I'm like, so I'm reaching that point where I'm like, dang it. They don't make 34 triples. I'm screwed. So you have to like goose fraba into it and just know that we are all in this together and we are all here for you. If you're watching this and you're not familiar with, the programs, you just see weight loss. We're here for you. I'm here for you. If you have questions, I'm here to answer them. That is fine with me. And starting next week, that will be my job, is to help you. That is something I'm pretty excited about, is being a Legionnaire for First Phorm, to show people that Even the laziest of people can do it. Um, I didn't used to like to do anything, you guys. I didn't used to like to do anything. Ever. And I still don't like to clean my house, but nobody likes to clean their house, let's be real. But going to the gym, I would always tell myself, oh, I'll go later. Oh, I'll go later. Oh, I don't want to go today. I'm paying $77 a month to go to the gym. I'm going to go to the gym, is where I'm at right now. And I feel better for it. You guys, I eat healthier. Actually, my husband gets mad at me because I don't let him eat junk food. I mean, he has a tub of ice cream, but nope. He does not get greasy food. It all gets patted out. I did have greasy cheeseburgers last night, but that was really good. And I did not have the bread because I knew I was going to have cheeseburgers. But I worked my butt off yesterday and I needed to reach my calorie goal. And the only way to do that was to eat them cheeseburgers. So I did. But I made sure that I made sure that my macros were not off, that my fat percentage was not off, my carbohydrate percentage was not off. I made sure that those were not off. So I could have that cheeseburger. And that is the biggest thing with this weight loss is you can have good things. You can have delicious things. You can have treats. You can have snacks. You can have them. Losing weight isn't about restricting yourself because think about it. You're going to lose that weight. And listen to me. You're going to lose the weight. You're going to go, oh, I've lost the weight. Now I'm going to have all these snacks again. You're going to find the weight you just lost. You're going to find it because you're going to reincorporate something you weren't eating the whole time you lost that weight and made your body healthy. You're going to regain it if you do not do it right. I maybe have a treat once a week, but that's fine with me because that's all I ever did. Before I was eating cartons and cartons of ice cream, but I never gained weight from it because I'm lactose intolerant. But now that my body is starting to go, oh, we want to be healthy, my colon is starting to be healthy, and I'm not so lactose intolerant anymore. So if I were to try to chug a thing or down a thing of ice cream, I would gain all of that. My body would go, ooh, easy fat to store, give it to me, and it would store all of it. All of it. So I can't. I can't do that anymore. And that's fine. I don't miss ice cream. I tried to have. We went to Auntie Anne's last weekend. Last Friday, because he had Friday. No, it was Monday. Last Monday we went to Auntie Anne's. So this past Monday of this week, we went to Auntie Anne's and I had my pretzel dogs, which are, by the way, my favorite at Auntie Anne's. I had two pretzel dogs, two little mini pretzel dogs, and I was done. And my husband's like, what are you doing? He's like, you just paid $6 for those. You're going to eat them. I said, no, I'm not. I'm not eating these. There's no way I'm going to eat these. They taste like crap. They make me want to puke. And he's like, what? I was like, I don't know what he's saying. I'm not allowed to have them. So you have to understand that you may think you want those things, and then you have them and they taste like crap. The really sugary lemonade that I had with it didn't finish that off either. I had maybe 5 or 6 sips out of it, and I was like, nope, I'm done. I put it on the floor. So when I say you're going to think you want things, like this is my water. It's water, but our water at the house tastes like crap, and I've tried filters. I've tried everything. It's just the taste of plain water tastes like crap to me. This is Crystal Light. 0 calories, 0 everything. It literally just puts flavor in the bottle. There's nothing wrong with it. And it took me forever to find one that didn't have any of the issues with it. So there's a lot of flavor things you have to stay away from because they are not good for your weight loss. This stuff is heaven to me. This is my sweet treat. It has strawberry lemonade flavoring in it. That's my sweets for the day. I had a vape pen that I would use. I haven't used it in a while because it's really painful to get that off the stuff. I had to bleach my windshield one day just so that I could Windex my windshield. because a friend of mine had blown her vape pen smoke all over the windshield of my car. It sucks. So it's really hard to get out of places. So I try not to touch it, but that is my sweet treat. There's no calories, nothing. And I know there's a lot of conflicting information on vape pens, which is another reason I haven't really touched my pen. But I know my cousin had the bariatric sleeve or gastric sleeve, I think. I think they're the same thing. Where they do the sleeve instead of the tiny little pouch. It's like this big. It's just the sleeve. She had that done, and she's like, I'm always wanting cake. How do I not eat cake? And I'm like, dude, get a vape pen. I know there's conflicting information on it, but if you get just the syrupy stuff, and you have to look at where the syrup is made, you guys. Do not go to Walmart and buy their little chintzy stuff, because that stuff is bad. That is probably where the 90% of the research is coming from. The stuff that I get is made here in Colorado Springs. So, and I know the owners. I know all of that. I'm familiar with those people. I know that it's how it's made. I know that it's safe for me. It all depends on where the juice is made, how the machine processes said juice, etc., etc. So you just have to look at it that way, and remember that there are ways to get around those sweets. My sweets is that Crystal Light. It tastes amazing. I put honey, and I put normal honey, not the overpopulated honey, over processed honey. No, I put natural, good honey in my teas, in my overnight oats. You have to. Anything instant, you guys, is not good. Which reminds me, I had to do rice prep. 2 days ago, or was it yesterday? It was 2 days ago. 2 days ago, so it was Thursday. We did rice prep. It only takes about 30 minutes to make said rice, but then because you make it in a hefty amount, so I cooked all my rice. I put them in. I measured them, put them in the bags, and then froze them. I'm still learning meal prep, which is another big thing with helping you lose weight, is to make sure you do meal prep. Take 1 day a week and just do the whole week. And you can freeze it after you've cooked it. I don't cook my chicken ahead because to me, reheated chicken is just dry and gross. But doing prep helps immensely. So just keep that in mind. Too, with your weight loss goals, you guys, is that you prep your meals and make sure that you're doing everything right. And a helpful tip, because you're not supposed to eat. Oh, that hurts from yesterday. You're not supposed to eat. What am I looking for? You're not supposed to eat white rice or instant rice or minute rice or whatever. If it takes longer to cook, it's probably better for you. So, sorry, I keep hearing noises. Brown rice. When you cook brown rice, guys, use a broth, a chicken broth, beef broth, flavor it. Put some flavoring in it. Don't use butter. I know the package says use butter, but don't use butter. Butter is not good for you. Butter is a lot of fat. And when you put that butter into it, you're adding a crap ton of fat. Don't put butter in it. Put like a broth in it. You know, broths have a little more proteiny kind of compositions in them. They have a little more vitamins in them versus butter. So put some broth in it. That was a recommendation to myself and a friend of mine when her boyfriend was like, well, you should have cooked the rice and broth. Well, that would have helped us, 4 hours ago when we made the rice. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, so when you make your brown rice, and it has to be brown rice, or quinoa, or I don't know, I still have learning all these definitions. You don't have to cook it in just water. And I really recommend not cooking brown rice in just water because it stinks up your whole house. It smells like nasty socks. I'm gonna be real with you, it stinks. And it helps with the flavoring too. So when you go and make that rice, just make sure that it is in broth butter because it will stink and it'll be gross. But if you use that broth, it'll make your house smell like the broth. Which, if you like chicken broth, which I love chicken broth, I just don't like chicken soup. And I love beef broth, but I don't love beef soup. So, or stock, I guess is what the technical term is. But I have broth, and I'm going to use that. Ha ha ha. But just remember when you're looking at healthy food, anything instant is bad. Anything bleached is bad. Bad, 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 bad. The big rule of thumb for most people is to stay as on the outer parts of the store as you can. Now, you're not going to find your rice on the outer edges of the store. You're not. I know that for a fact because I'm thinking of every store I've been to, and there's not a single one where there's rice on the outer edge of the store. You are going to have to go into those aisles. Pick those aisles wisely. And I mean that. You're going to get your stock in those aisles. You're going to get your brown rice in those aisles. You're going to get your quinoa on those aisles. But anything, and don't get the instant crap because you can get that in the same aisle that you can get your non-instant stuff. Same thing with your instant oats versus your old-fashioned oats. You can get those you have to get those in the middle of the aisles. They're not along the outsides. But your produce, outside aisles. If you can't afford fresh produce, get frozen. Do not get canned. Canned is bad. Horribly bad. I don't even know. I don't think I can even begin to explain it. It is so overly preserved. Canned vegetables are terrible. And they're expensive. Terrible and expensive. I go get flash frozen vegetables and flash frozen fruits and all that stuff because I personally cannot afford, or do I have the time to sit there and cut up a whole pineapple, and I don't know how to cut a pineapple, so there's that too. But if you cannot afford fresh, now if you can't afford fresh lettuce, I don't think you can buy frozen lettuce because I've never had lettuce that was frozen that was good. I'm gonna be real with you. I've had frozen spinach, but it's thicker and it's denser and it's different. Frozen lettuce just sounds disgusting to me, and frozen lettuce isn't even that expensive. Cucumbers are bad frozen. You can't freeze cucumbers, and if you can, I'd love to know how because that just sounds gross. One of my cucumbers actually accidentally got frozen in my crisper, and it tasted like crap. So I could not imagine what a frozen cucumber would look like. But you get like my salads, my daily salads, which I have pictures for. Give me just a second. All right, I found that picture. This is my salad. Now that's a lot of cheese, you guys. But here's why I eat so much cheese, and I'll explain it to you. Romaine lettuce, which is the greenest lettuce you can get, is 15 calories for 3 ounces. That's not even 3 ounces of lettuce, you guys. So I have to have my calories from somewhere. And then I have my protein, which is my sunflower seeds, which have a little bit of fat, and my imitation crab because real crab is expensive. Those are my 2 proteins. You get a tiny bit of protein out of the cheese. I get mild cheddar. It's generally not as fat, and I don't like the taste of feta. And then I have my cucumbers. I usually put tomatoes on it, but I don't have one on that one. And then I make my own dressing. So it's one of those things where you have to plan, but not plan. Like that salad right there isn't even, it's about 200, with a tomato, it's about 275 calories. And that's with the cheese, you guys. That's because of the cheese. The cheese is what's raising that so high, and the sunflower seeds. The imitation crab's 30 calories. So and my big thing is counting calories. That's what I'm doing right now is I'm counting calories. And it's because I have all my healthy food. I don't even buy unhealthy food anymore. Like, I don't even buy my daughter chicken nuggets anymore. We all eat chicken breasts. We all eat the same stuff. Except she doesn't eat my imitation crab because that is expensive. Even when I got it for $2, it's so expensive. You just have to watch how you process those foods, what you mix together, what it will equate. Now, I use the MyFitnessPal to plan my meals out, which sounds kind of weird because you generally put them in when you eat them. I put them in to find out how many more I need to add to get my macro ratio accurate for that food time. Because I have certain percentages I have to hit at each meal, and I have yet to meet them. I think I had one day where I actually met them all on point. I'm like, ha! That was pure luck. Because I can't, for some reason, get to do it again. And it was a lot of food. When you get low calorie but healthy foods like lettuces and stuff like that, you're like, okay, I have all this healthy food, but I'm still not meeting my caloric needs. That's when you look at how many grams of protein are you getting. You don't look at the calories anymore. You look at your macros. You look at how much percentage of this. How many grams of this did you get? How many grams of that did you get? How much of this? How much of that? That's when those come into play. Because right now, like I told you guys before, I'm lucky if I get 1,000 calories in a day. And I eat a lot, you guys. I mean, I really do. If I pull my fitness app up, which doesn't take as long as finding a piece of picture. This was yesterday, and it's a white screen. It's just a pain in the butt. Okay, this was yesterday. This is breakfast. Oops, what did I just do? Okay, this is breakfast. I think that's lunch and dinner. Now those quick ads are the beef patties I was telling you about. And my snack, which is my proteins and whatnot. And then my exercises. So, and I don't log my water in here. I log it on my Fitbit. But I eat a lot of food. It's not that I'm eating a lot of food. I'm just, yesterday I think I had like 4 calories to spare. I actually hit my goal. But that was because I had those burgers. That was literally because I had those burgers. If I had had what I have every other night, I would not have hit that goal. So when I say, hey, it's not so much anymore about how many calories you're eating. It's how you're getting those proteins and oh man, sneezing like crazy. But just remember when you guys do this weight loss stuff that seek a nutritionist, seek a personal trainer, seek a dietitian, somebody generally, any personal trainer that's NASM certified probably has their nutrition certification, and you can probably talk to them. So just keep that in mind when you look at a personal trainer too, that which certifications are most reputable, what certifications cover what. You're going to want to know that. It will become important. And they will tell you, oh, I'm NASM certified, or I can't even remember all the other ones. There's so many acronyms for these certifications, you guys. It's ridiculous. They will tell you what their certification is because they are proud of it and because it is recognizable. When you bring that up, they're going to go, aha, even if you don't know what it is, you're going to go, what is that? You're going to go home and you're going to Google it, or you're going to pull your phone up and you're going to Google it, and you're going to see well, this is what this certification does, this is what this one does, this one does. It's just like having a PhD or a whatever. It's the same thing. So just keep that in mind with your weight loss journey. Keep in contact. I've only seen my personal trainer for 2 full sessions. I text him maybe 2-3 times a week with questions. I run into him at the gym and I'm like, hey, can you re-show me how to do this? I think I'm doing this wrong, and I just want a refresher. And that's what they're there for, at least at my gym. They help out on the floor. If they don't have any appointments, they will go out on the floor and they'll wait there, and if they see someone doing something wrong, like here, I don't want you to hurt yourself here. Let's pull this back up, or if you need a spot or whatever, they're there for that. Now they're not going to sit there and spend one-on-one time with you individually because you're not paying them to do that. But at my gym, that's how they work. If they don't have a client, if they don't have any of that, they're going to wait on the floor with you. if you have a question on how to do things, like I have one guy go in there like, hey, can you show me how to do this? I'm like, yeah, let's go do this. And it's really helpful. So if you guys need help, don't be afraid to ask. Even if you're asking me and I'm nowhere near you, I can still try to help you. I can Skype call you and show you how to do stuff. I mean, I'm new to it, but I'm not, if that makes sense. My mom was a bodybuilder. She's kind of given that up, but she still works in a man's job. She's an iron worker. She still does some crazy man jobs. So you have to understand that she's still strong. I watched my mom bodybuild. I actually bodybuilded with her for quite a while when I was younger. And then I just let my body go. And then Depo happened and whatever. So just remember, we're all in this together, you guys. Whether you're starting now, whether you've been going on for a long time, we are all in this together. But keep your heads up. Next week, I will go ahead and post another video. It'll be the end of week 4, which will be my second week of actually doing everything in the exercise. So just keep a lookout on that, and I will see you guys next week. If you have any questions, don't forget to ask, and I'll talk to you then.